Hello everyone. This video will show you an introduction to tables. There will likely be 2 or 3 parts to this before I finish, so this will be part 1 for intro tables. First thing, make sure you've got no spacing turned on. Check your show and hide, make sure your show and hide is on. Alright, we want to go to the Insert tab. Now remember, if the tab is gray, that's active. So right now Home is active. We want to click on Insert to make it active. You can see the gray tab. And now you see your table icon. Click on the drop down, and now there's a grid up here that tells you what you have. You can go all the way here to 10 by 8 or wherever you want. So let's say that we want it to read 4 by 4. So it reads 4 by 4. Click. Left click once. Now here's your table. Alright, the very first thing, this is your 4-headed arrow. I want you to click once to select the table. Now in tables it's pretty well all right click. So right click and you want to go to Table Properties. This is where you'll go first thing on every table you do. And most times we want the table to be centered. So choose Center. The row height, you will go from specifying 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, whatever is appropriate for the number of rows that you have. In this example, we're going to go with 0.4 so that I can, show you some things. And column, you don't need to change the columns. The cell, yes. You want vertical alignment in the cell. So choose that. And now say OK. And now, do you see how these cell markers are vertically up and down? They're at the left side of the cell, but they're vertically up and down. Your row height is 0.4. Alright, so here, this black arrow, if you click here, that's 1 column selected. If I click and drag, that's 2 columns selected. If I drag those 2 like that, columns 2 and 3. Or if I take this, so I can take whatever I want with the black arrow. That's a column, 1 column. Now over here, you've learned this one, the white arrow, you click, that is a row. And this here is the row marker. That's the row marker to tell you select it. So now if I click, hold, and drag, I select 3 rows. Watch now, I selected 3 rows. I'm going to right click. Remember I said it's always a right click. Go to Insert. Now rows above or below doesn't matter because I haven't got any text in there. So I'll just say above. So now I have 3 more rows because that's how many I had highlighted. Now watch, we can do the same thing with a column. If I select this column or 2 columns and I right click and I say go to Insert, columns to the left or columns to the right, depending on where my text is. So I'll just say columns to the right. And so now I have 3, 4, 5. But notice these columns that were inserted, where's the cell marker? The cell marker is at the top of the cell because it hasn't been changed. Alright, now if I don't want that many columns, maybe I want to highlight the 3 of them. Right click and delete columns. So now, do you see how your table automatically centered when you deleted the columns? What if I want to delete the rows? Say if I take 2 rows, right click, delete rows, and there I deleted my rows. So it's very easy to delete things or add things when you're in a table. Alright, now I want you to type your first name here, and then press the Tab key and type your last name. And then press the Tab key and type in WAEC. Alright, so we've put text in these cells and you see how it's vertically aligned. Alright, I want to show you something. We're going to select the row. Now, do you see here Table Tools? And right now we're on the Design tab, but I want to go to the Layout tab. And do you see your pictures here? Top left, center top, right top, and then left center, center center, right center, and then bottom left, center bottom, and bottom right. So you've got 9 positions to place your text. And I'm going to say that we want center, center. So very easily then you can put your text in whatever place that you want. All right, now let's do this. Do you see here? Now this cursor here, that's an I-beam because it looks like a capital I. Sorry. And now I want to put your cursor here. Do you see a vertical double-headed arrow and a horizontal bar? Click, hold, and drag down. And you see I made that row wider. So it's very easy. Watch here. Put your cursor here. Do you see a vertical bar and a double-headed arrow? Drag to the right. Or take this one. You see a vertical bar, double-headed arrow, drag. And then let's drag your last one out so you can change it and your table continues to center because you turn the centering on. So it's very easy to adjust the height of a row. All you have to do is just click, hold, and drag. Now, in this cell where your first name is, look up here. You also have text direction. So now, click, and there's my name rotated. It's rotated the opposite way, and now it goes back horizontal. So you go rotate, rotate, rotate. Very easy. Or if I went here, rotate, rotate, rotate. So you know how to do that. That's not hard. The next thing is, let's assume here that I typed in Sunday. And now press your down arrow once and let's type Monday. Alright, so now I want to show you something here. Sunday, I'm going to make it red. So I'm going to go to your Home tab and make it red. And I'm going to bold it and italicize it. Alright, I'm going to select, just see this little black diagonal arrow? That selects a cell. So I'm going to select 3 cells. Now, I did not select the row marker. Do you see that? I did not. Alright, we're going to go Control-C to copy. Now, watch what happens. I'm going to put my cursor here where Monday is, and I'm going to go Control-V. What happened? Sunday wrote over top of Monday. Alright, I'm going to go Control-Z because I don't want that to happen, and I'm going to go here and go Control-V. Now, this time, watch what will happen. I'm going to select the whole row. And you see I've selected the whole row here because the row marker is selected. Alright, I'm going to go Control-C. Now watch when I click on the M in Monday. Okay, I'm at the end of M in Monday. I'm going to go Control-V as in Victor. And did you see now it put a whole row in because I had selected the row marker. Watch, we'll try it here. Go Control-V and it put a whole row in because the row marker had been selected. So you have to be very careful. If it says select the row, then you must select the row marker. If it says only select the cells, that is the cells, not the row marker. Alright, so now this time if you selected the row and you right click and say insert rows above, when you say rows above you've left it blank so that you can type in Tuesday or whatever word that you wanted to type in there. So it's quite easy to add a row. Now here on Monday, if we're here, we could select it and we can right click and we can say insert a row below. Okay, and so on this one, maybe I'll type Friday. The same thing applies if I highlight, remember the black arrow, highlight the column, right click, insert, columns to the left. And so now I want to put in here, room 105. Alright, and take a look at my text, it's at the top of the cell, so I want to go to Layout and say make it center center to match the other ones. So I think quite easily you can insert rows and columns. Now this time select the row, which we did, right click, insert rows above. And on this row, I want you to right click and say merge cells. All right, so you said merge cells. And now we have one cell here, so that if we typed your first and last name, it would be spread across. And now remember from your other part, if I go Shift Home, my name is highlighted, I size it up, 1, 2, 3, I bold it, Control B, I italicize it, Control I. So now you have it like a heading at the beginning. All right, let's go to this bottom cell here. And I want you to see if I split the cells. So right click, I'm going to go to split cells, and I'm going to say 3 rows. So 3 rows, 1 column. So now do you see 3 rows? If I went to this cell, right click, split cells, and what if I said 2 columns and 1 row? 2 columns and 1 row, there's 2 columns. Here, what if I said right click, split cells, and I chose 3 columns, no, I think I'll go with 2 columns, and 3 rows. And now I have 3 rows and 2 columns. So it's very easy for you to add whatever number of cells that you want. Let's say in this last one, right click, split cells, and you were supposed to put in a phone number. So you say, okay, I need 10. All right, and say okay, and there I have 10. But you see it didn't have enough room, so it spread this out. Now I can do one of 2 things. I can take this column and I can't spread that one out. Well, I didn't like that. So go Control Z to undo those 2 things, and I've got too many. So I'll right click and I'll say split cells, and let's go with 5. 5 should be able to fit in, and say okay. There you go. So another time I would make sure I have a wide enough cell to accept all of the split cells. So those are the main things that you can do in a table when you're creating a table. We are going to stop here, and then I'm going to take you into borders and shading in a table.